Pickle Peeps, Melissa here, and today is not an how-to. Today I want to talk about getting out of your own way. So tell me, Pickle Peep, if this has happened to you. If maybe you've been looking at working on a really big project and you know that if you do this project, it's going to help a bunch of people, it's going to be totally awesome, it's going to improve your business, all the stuff we want everything to do, but you just can't get yourself to work on it. There's something, maybe it's a little bit of imposter syndrome, maybe it's, let's call it what is fear, but somehow you can't get out of your own head and start doing the work. Now, I've been in this situation for about the past 6 weeks, probably really since the end of September, since the end of Funnel Hacking Live, where I knew straight up, challenges. I gotta do more challenges. And yeah, we did the lookbook challenge over the summer and it was awesome. But I realized a lot of things with that challenge. So 1, it was too long. 2, people got not bored but distracted. Like 21 days is a long time to commit to something when you have all the other stuff of your business running on. So I got a little intimidated and I wasn't sure what to do. And I knew the next thing I needed to do was a gift guide challenge instead of a lookbook, but I was nervous and I wasn't really sure what to do. I was really unsure of myself and I didn't know. I'm like, oh. So since the beginning of October, I've been trying to fight myself into doing this. And I've been fighting myself on the funnel and fighting myself on the copy and fighting myself on the videos and fighting myself on what the agenda should be. And I probably rewrote the agenda like 10 times on what to cover. And just everything I did was thinking about doing this challenge. And this happens to me with lots of big projects where it's like, ugh, the thought of it is so daunting and there's so many pieces and your brain goes, you don't want to do that. Anyone else have that voice in their brain be like, you're not good enough for that. No one's going to listen to you. Well, guess what? There's 202 of you who listen to me and who enjoy enough of what I teach that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yes, that means gifts are coming! Because we promised Canva templates, branded Canva templates for the 200 subscribers. So you guys, that'll be our next video, will be about those. But I really had to get this out first because it's been such a revelation. I have been on fire since yesterday morning because you know what happened yesterday morning? I have a mindset coach who I'm never really certain how to talk to her because I'm very process oriented. I'm very step by step oriented. And she's like, so what are the emotions tied to the step? And I'm like, huh? What? Now, I have good body-mind connection, so I understand, the physical representations of emotions. I got that. That's 16 years of dance. I got that. No problem. But trying to trick yourself, focus into and tie an emotion to an objection, that I found a lot harder. But anyway, that's beyond. So that's my mindset coach, Risa, who is wonderful. And she asked me, she's like, so when is your challenge starting? Challenge is supposed to start a week a week and a half prior to that. And I'm like, tonight. It's happening tonight. And I get off the call with her and my brain, and I want to do an oh shit moment of how am I going to do this? The funnel's not ready. I have my itinerary. I know what I want. I know what I'm teaching, all that stuff. But when you find yourself saying but, you know what? Smack that but away. Get rid of it. Go away. When you are coming up and your brain is going but, it's just trying to hold you back. Because you have something that you should be doing next. You have something that your soul was calling forward to that you should be doing. And anytime you have a but, you're just putting a glass wall in between yourself, your current self, and your future self who is doing things. Your future self who is having success. Your future self who is trying. And just by trying, you're succeeding because you're learning. Okay? Does my challenge, it's going on. Did I have a funnel properly set? No. But I tell you what I was able to accomplish in 5 hours, and it was way more than I did in 6 weeks. I finished the funnel. I set up the Zooms. I set up the social media. Yeah, we still don't have emails. I'm working on that part. I had a whole list. So, okay, what are the priority things that I need to do to get this done? Because it's going live tonight. And sometimes that's the answer. Sometimes you need to set a deadline. So when you have, this is a little misjointed, I apologize, but I gotta tell you, so the thing that got me all fired up here is yesterday, first off, I made a commitment. And it wasn't a in the future, like distant future commitment to where I had time. And my brain could fight my soul and my heart and say, you can't do that, but, go away. Tell that voice, go away. Oh, that was a good clap, all right. Hopefully that sounded as good on camera as it did to my ears. But there was no time for but. It was 10 a.m. I told her, it starts tonight. I went live in my group in the Handmade How Home of the Pickle Peeps, which if you are not a member of, link is down below in the description. You want to join us, we do awesome coffee chats on Monday. I'm thinking about adding some kind of like a wine night. I don't know, like an evening night. Evening drink concoction. I don't know. We'll see what you guys think about that. But anyway, so I went live in my group. And first off, I had to apologize because the one video that I posted here was like all kinds of tech was fighting me then. Tech was fighting me hardcore. Punched in the face by tech. Kicked in the teeth by tech. Yeah, one of those days. But I went in there, and as I kept going, I had declared to my mindset coach, Teresa, that I'm doing this. It's going live tonight. We start tonight. Okay. Need people. So I went into my group and I said, I'll be back and I'll have more details for you in a couple hours as I finish the graphics up. But tonight we are starting the gift guide challenge. Anyone who wants to join me, just watch in the group. In a couple hours, I'll have everything for you. So you know what? In a couple hours, I had everything done. And I even had time to eat dinner last night. I tell you, that is a rare occurrence. And you know what happened? You know what? Yes, I had everything prepped. Yes. Well, the amount of work that you can complete in 5 hours, the amount of work you can complete in 1 hour, when you get rid of the but voice, slap away, like, slap that but voice. Yeah, I'm not supposed to curse, right? Right? Am I supposed to curse, not curse? I don't know. Sorry, YouTube. Okay. Get rid of that voice. You have to shut it down because you truly do not have time. When you do not have time to entertain that but voice, that procrastination voice, that you're not good enough voice, then you move forward. Then you will be amazed at how much work you can do when you set that priority list. It's not full of fluff. Let me see. Challenge list. Right there. Everything I had to do. Fix the group. I already had it pre-started, but just finish it. Make the promo graphic. Share it to the group. Invite people. I created an intro video that I haven't used yet, so that was maybe a waste of time one. Finish the sales page. Make the confirmation email with the Zoom link. And then I had like make myself like the detailed notes and everything and figure out like kind of worksheet stuff and that kind of stuff for the 5 days. But yeah, when you create the list of items, and this is the true action list of stuff to be done, not all the fluff things that we think we need to do, like make the fancy logo and plan out a 10-day marketing campaign. Yeah, that's great, but I don't have time for that right now. So if you pare down to the most basic, simple, direct, result-laden tasks, okay? Because you're on a time crunch. Then there is no place for the procrastination voice. There is no place for the but voice. There's no room for it. And guess what happens? Magic. You remove that brain voice, your heart and your soul shine forward. And that glass wall I talked about between your current self and your future succeeding self disappears. You bust right through it and you're like, it wasn't even there. It just goes poof and it's gone. And it's not like the Windex commercials where the bird smacks into that glass wall. That's what I felt like for the past 6 weeks. Like I would try to take a step forward, I'm smacking into that wall, smacking into that wall, smacking into that wall. That is fun. No, smacking into the wall is not fun. The hair fling is fun. And like that commercial, you think you're there, but that partition of the butt voice. And once you get rid of it and you turn that away and you step through to yourself, to your true self, to your true calling, you step through with care for people and helping and sharing your artwork, whatever your big task is that you're doing. You make that step through and you're a new person by the end of the night. The amount of self-satisfaction. I have not slept so well. I slept through 2 alarms this morning. My sister was not happy I was not there. Or she had to call me to wake me up to go babysit my nephew this morning. But even besides that point. And then it started today. It's like, I'm on fire, and it continues. If you are able to smack away, that clap wasn't as good. That butt voice. That's what we're calling it now. It's the butt voice. B-U-T-T, right? It's the butt voice. Smack it away, lock it away, send it packing. And allow yourself to be who you are. Because I tell you, when I was at Funnel Hacking Live, we saw Tony Robbins. And Funnel Hacking Live is the Big ClickFunnels conference, whatever. It's a giant marketing conference and party. The best conference I've ever been to in my life. We have tickets for next year already. But that's besides the point. It ended with Tony Robbins. And I really didn't know much about Tony Robbins going into this. But he said something really, really interesting in the beginning. One of the first things he came on and talked about was imposter syndrome and how, besides to call it out, he refuses to say that word. Imposter syndrome is fake, he said. And even worse than fake, it's toxic. And not for the reasons that you're thinking. It's toxic because of the wording. He goes, call out imposter syndrome, what it is. Oh, you don't feel comfortable doing it? It's because you haven't done it enough. What that's called is practice. And what it's really called, when some people say, oh, I got imposter syndrome. No, you just don't want to admit to yourself that you're scared. That it's fear. He said imposter syndrome doesn't exist. And what's worse is by calling it a syndrome, you are putting it on par with medical issues and medical difficulties. And now that it's a syndrome, maybe it's classifiable. And it just gives you a whole subset in that butt voice, in that horrible butt voice. Tony Robbins did not say butt voice. That's a purely Melissa Pickle thing here, the butt voice, all right? But now that butt voice is like, oh, you're an imposter. Oh, you can't do that because so-and-so does that. And why would they listen to you when they can listen to all of these other people? And do you really know what you're talking about? That voice, you know that voice. And that voice comes from a place of fear. We don't got time for fear. Black Friday is next week. We do not have time for fear because fear is a waste. It's not a progressive emotion. It's not going to move me in a direction. It's not fear like fear running away from a fire that's going to propel you. This fear holds you back. And we're cutting those strings. We send the butt voice packing and we move forward towards what we're meant to do. Okay, this has been a rant, but I tell you, the amount of work you're able to do, B, the amount of momentum you grab because of all of this energy, and success begets success. As you start doing, you keep doing, as long as you don't let yourself settle back into bad habits. Once you start doing, it gets addicting and you're able to move forward and move forward and move forward. And if you have setbacks, they're lesser because you're on a forward track. What do they say to old people? Don't stop moving. What do I say to entrepreneurs when you're on a success track, when you're doing stuff? Don't stop doing. When you stop, that's when the voice tries to hitchhike back in. That's when fears try to set in. No, just keep going. Success begets success. Don't sit down on your laurels. Keep going. Okay. I got to be in another meeting right now, so we're going to cut this off here. But I want to say that if you're dealing with a butt voice right now, if you're dealing with a big project that you know you need to do, your heart of hearts knows you need to do, that it can change your life and it can change the life of the people who will interact with it. Whether it's a course, a challenge like I'm doing right now, a new product, a new marketing campaign, whatever it is that you know. Because let's not lie here. Let's not lie. All of the courses, all the extra trainings that we get, you're just looking for a magic pill. You know what needs to get done. Unless you're an absolute beginner, you know what your next step is. You just don't want to do it. So set a timeline, set a deadline, set a ridiculous deadline that's going to hold you. Because the more ridiculous the deadline is, the more narrowed in the actual action steps are. And you find out really, really fast what's important. All right? I leave you with that, Pickle Peep. Okay? That's a good one. All right, so rant over. I will see you in the next one. If you definitely comment below. Let me know if you are facing a project or a project that you know that has a butt voice going on. If you're dealing with the butt voice, if you have a project. Also, let me know how you feel when you overcome that and you actually complete your task, because that is amazing. That is one of the best feelings. That is when you sleep through your alarms. All right, go ahead, like this video, subscribe. We also have now the insiders list. You can check it out. You can sign up. It's thehandmadehow.com/insider. And in there, you'll get access to any of the freebies, all my recommendations, and you'll know the new videos that come up and what's awesome about them. All right, I will see you in the next one, Pickle Peep. Bye.